Following program is rated TVMA for mature audiences only. I tried to tell them not to curse, but it happens.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that spit.
Like anyone making it a tribalistic thing is just that, tribalistic. And there is the issue. There is the problem. It's as if people enjoy being divided by something that necessarily doesn't exist. I don't care what you watch. Like, what does that have to do with anything? If somebody doesn't like Swerve, it's okay. You like Swerve, let them not like Swerve. Let's not attach something to it. Booker T does not represent WWE to me. Like, and I'm a fan of both companies, so that's like, well, I'm a WWE, like,
facts.
AEW. He doesn't represent WWE to me, and Swerve doesn't represent AEW. Swerve represents Swerve, and Booker T represents Uncle Tom, and that just is what it is. Like,
Stepping from the Django.
But to add to your point, these same fans that are sitting there, and when Booker T's there, and they're like, "Fuck Swerve." They'll go to an AEW show and say, "Fuck Booker T." It's like you guys look to be offended to be offended. You want to be offended. You like. I just want everyone.
I just really want us all. And I know we said it, and we've been saying it for so many years that I think it just gets to a point for me. Like, by the way, put wolves in the chat for the pack. I need everybody put some wolves in the chat for the pack. Thank you for joining us tonight. Put those wolves in the chat for the pack. Like, it gets to a point where, when it comes to the WWE versus AEW thing, like when do we realize that if we decide that we don't like an opinion by somebody and we decide, oh, mostly GCW people say that, so now it's I don't like GCW fans and I'm going to champion whatever it is they're hating on, and that's what it becomes. We're not even necessarily fans of what we're being fans for. We just know we don't like the people that don't like it. And that for me is where is the point that I'm talking about. It's like some of us, maybe you're not even really a WWE fan. You just don't like that people like something you don't like. Maybe you're not really a WWE fan. You just don't like that people like something you don't like. And that's weird. Stop being weird. That's weird.
That's how I've always been for the past 6 years. For the past 6 years. It hasn't been this ugly until AEW got here. We had TNA, we had Lucha Underground.
Wait. Not to cut you off.
No. I know where you're going.
I'm a TNA guy. I'm an TNA original guy. I seen it. I went through it. Okay.
Let me finish. I know you're gonna go there. I said that for a reason. Let me cook for a minute.
Okay.
But it hasn't been like this. The point that you're now you hating when someone say good things about a different company. You got to find a way to pour, excuse my language, shit on their happiness. Like when you say you're a TNA guy, they probably said some shit like, "Oh, TNA would never match up to WWE, blah blah." Yeah, but they didn't shit on the wrestlers. They didn't shit on the wrestler you was talking about. Yeah, they didn't shit on Samoa Joe. They didn't shit on Kurt Angle.
Yep.
They shit on AJ Styles.
They did. He's just a flippy guy. He's just a flippy guy.
There'll never be anything.
Bad. It was bad. It was bad back then, bro.
Not like this. Because I was.
This is worse. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this is worse.
It wasn't like this. It's worse. It wasn't like
worse. This is worse. When you bring racism into it, when you bring in people's livelihood into it, you get personal. It's worse.
And you know what's the sad part about it? Can I be honest with y'all? That's super sad. Is that you know you're a fan of a wrestler that's on this other organization you've chosen to hate, right? You know you are. So now you're literally either lying and being hypocritical and still watching the product so you can follow your favorite wrestler, or you stop supporting something you actually like just to prove a dumb point that you're going to stand on something because somebody else doesn't like it. And
like I said,
and clip this for the tribalistic ones. And
yeah,
tell them the
this.
next time you want to say, oh, I don't like AEW, I'm a WWE fan. I don't like WWE, I'm an AEW fan. Just know this. You sound stupid. You sound stupid.
Multiple times we have said on this show, enjoy wrestling. Because honestly, I think a lot of people forget that we did not have this. We almost lost all of this. Not even just 5 freaking years ago. And that's the problem with folks. We actually were able, but remember that they actually had, and we joked about this at the time. Remember that they said that that wrestling was an essential business, was an essential job during COVID. That's why they kept the WWE open in Florida. That's why they kept AEW open in Florida. Do we not remember this essential business?
That's how big wrestling is. They said it was essential. It's essential entertainment. Like they can't cancel it. Like they can't cancel an NFL season. Like it's that serious to America.
We almost lost all of that. So for the fact that we still have it now, and then it's as big as it is, and yeah, I get it. People said that the competition is good. The competition is great. The competition is great for the simple fact that we don't have to have wrestlers lose their job and not be able to support their families. They can go to another promotion and pick up where the fuck they left off at and still be able to grind and work for their hustle and their dreams.
And now it's even bigger than that. The wrestlers that aren't getting TV time can now go wrestle on other programs or with other promotions, and that's any company.
What still be with the same promotion? It's still be with their main promotion.
It's over 60 wrestling organizations just in the States alone.
That have TV deals. That they're on some kind of form of media.
They got TV, some type of platform where they can show their show on, and you could get work now. We talk. I ain't gonna talk about 5 years. I'm talking about 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we only had 3.
That was ECW.
WCW. No. WWE, Ring of Honor, TNA.
That's right. Yeah, that's 2000. I'm damn. Wow.
That's all we had.
Listen,
now we got all these independent companies. We got more. The independent companies now that have been out for 20 years, not even independent. They got their own TV spots, all that stuff.
You even got one of the biggest
20 years ago was 20. Wait, I forgot 20 years ago was 2005. I'm old. Okay.
Yeah.
You even have New Japan holding events in America like Bola and different things to give people more opportunity. The opportunity is crazy.
But here's another thing. Without AEW coming into effect in the world, being birthed, you wouldn't have these crossovers that you have right now with AEW, New Japan, TNA, WWE. It was just WWE, and it was shit. It was shit until competition, boom,
made everything change and made it all better.
And let's say
now look,
let's say
talk about the new kid. Talk about the brand new kid in AEW.
Okay,
he signed to New Japan and AEW. That's never been done before.
Takeshita signed to DDT, New Japan, AEW. Think about this. AEW just opened the door for WWE now. Because WWE never had a wrestlers wrestle anywhere else.
And let's be honest with it. It wasn't Tony Khan. It was Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, the Bucks, Hangman Adam Page. Those are your guys that made this happen.
All in.
I may not be an AEW guy, but I love this. I love all of this.
Because remember, it took them, and bringing it back to his point, it took them being told, they would never fill 10,000 people in an arena.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, thank you, Dave Meltzer.
Thank you, Dave Meltzer, for that, you dumbass. They would never be able to fit 10,000 people in an arena without a backing. And what happened?
And then here's what's crazy to your point. So the hate fueled AEW to succeed, which fueled WWE to push itself more. So look what happened, you idiots. Everybody started doing better. And that's my point. It makes zero sense for the type, and that's why I would say I hope we never have this conversation again, because I really can't stand the tribalistic stuff. But I know we're gonna end up having this conversation again. But you wrestling fans need to find another subject to talk about than which company is doing what. Stick to the wrestling. You have a much better, you'll feel better. You'll breathe better. All you people who built your platforms on anti-WWE or anti-AEW,
JD,
breathe for a second.
Hold on. Also, one thing that I want to add what you just said. Not just focus on, know what you're watching. You're watching Dirty E. If you're watching Dirty E, you know you're watching storytelling than wrestling. You're watching AEW, you're watching wrestling
and then storytelling.
They tell a story within the wrestling match. You watch New Japan, you watch this fucking strong style storytelling. Know what you're watching before you think everything gotta be because of one
ECW. You know you're watching ECW on crack. It's just
yeah.
It is what it is.
It's technically ECW, CCW, XPW. Thumbs up.
It's just people need to know what they watching because you're not. Every wrestling company is not going to be the same one that you watch for 20 years. It's different priority. You watch in Mexico, it's not Dirty E in Mexico. It's fucking Lucha Libre.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's difference.
And
difference is good.
And that's my point, Willis. I'm not going to have this conversation next week. I'm not having this conversation again.
No.
My point is somewhere down the road, I'm sure it could come up again because of the fact that IWC or whatever y'all want to call them, those fans cannot drop the subject of company versus company, and it makes zero sense. It makes and
it's fake. These wrestlers are friends with each other. They're friends.
Wait, I'm just gonna double down real quick because I'm gonna get into some stories real quick because this came out, right? And let's just get into it. So Nick Khan, WWE president, believes it's a mistake to make business decisions based on social media comments. Basically saying that he's not going to let the social media of the IWC,
he's right,
basically, determine what they do in business. Okay, bet. Let's just continue. This came out. Jon Moxley has been reportedly planning to have a lengthy title reign, and there was no backstage talk of plans to swerve or whatever, right? However, this is the second part. AEW has reportedly internally claimed that Moxley's title reign has caused live and DVR quarters to climb, despite the disconnect of online audiences. So what does that tell you? IWC, shut the fuck up. I don't know what you want. You're complaining too damn much.
Let me tell you who the most successful people in the world. The most successful people in the world are the ones who do what they know they have to do, despite what anyone else has to say.
Mm-hmm.
There is a plan in motion, and we're going to stick to our plan. I don't care how you feel about it or the thousands among thousands of haters and trolls that exist online. There is a plan. And plus, Nick Khan and AEW, them board members and those owners, they're talking about money you know no idea about.
Ain't that the truth? Constantly talking about ratings and the ratings are diminished and people aren't going to the shows and da. How do you know? You're not even in the board meetings. You don't even know what the numbers are really looking like.
I don't care if it's
know the numbers from anything.
I don't care if it's WWE or AEW who have a bad hard cam on some random night at a house show or a pay-per-view. They still are pulling in income. You're still just sitting at home in your boxers tweeting about how you don't like some wrestler who
eating Doritos.
You got the whole dust in your fingers and shit like that. Waiting for your mom to bring down your dino nuggets.
Because you couldn't afford the ticket to help
mess with
the hard cam side.
And stop. And those that do go to those shows, stop taking pictures of the hard cam side.
I don't care if it's for AEW or WWE.
When I went to a show, and I on the live, I said, "Look, it's packed."
It's like what they
matter.
do is they take the picture and crop that section, and then they say, "Oh, no one's here."
Also, what are you trying to prove? You're not putting any of these companies out of business. And if that ever happened, you flip sides and you'd be like, "Look at what you did. You got in." No, shut up. Just stop now. Be a wrestling fan. We cannot say it enough. Stop talking to me about WWE, AEW. 3-letter words to me are curse words now. I don't want to hear it. I don't care.
Can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up